welcome to another episode of JPI TV Sports. I'm Dan Pizzani.
And I'm Kieran.
Well, it's that time of year again, March Madness, my favorite time of year. All but one number one seeds remain, and the madness is it's insane. Every year, it's the same thing. It's just crazy. It's the most hardest tournament to predict, and I just love it. It's just, there's not a bad thing about it. Well, the women's bracket, there's some madness going on over there. What's up with the Baylor Bears?
Well, Brittany Griner, she's been doing an amazing job, and she's been doing exactly what everyone has been wanting her to do since her freshman year. But on the other side, the Baylor Bears of the men's division, I think they're going to be a big team this year. I think they're going to make it to the finals.
They could. They very well could. Now, last edition, I said Syracuse all the way. And when I saw that Fab Melo was out, you would not believe my reaction. I was heartbroken when I heard Fab was out. I think Fab being out will affect the Syracuse Orangemen more mentally than physically. They can get it done without him, just the thought of not having a big rebounder like that. Well, when it came down to tournament time, you had to fill out the bracket. I picked Kentucky. It hurt so bad to go against Syracuse, but I had to do it. I still think they can pull it out. They're in the round of 8. Here we go. Let's move over to the NBA.
Well, do you remember that term? What was it? Linsanity?
Yeah,
that was such a long time ago.
That was interesting.
Where did it go?
I think it's gone with the wind. The Linsanity, popularity in sports goes by so fast. 1 minute you're on top, the next you're done. Remember Tebow Mania? As soon as the Bills crushed him, Bills, yay. As soon as the Bills crushed him, he went way down. Then he made the playoffs. Then Brady beat him, and he's gone. Tebow who? That's what I'm thinking right now. But in the NBA, the Celtics, it's a big down year for them. It's a rebuilding year, and that happens often. What's up with the Lakers? What do you think about them this year?
I think they're doing pretty good. I think they're going to be a major team this year in the Western Conference. They're going to be a very good team.
Also, another question. The Knicks, Mike D'Antoni, has resigned after, I think, 4 years with the Knicks. And what do you think about the Knicks? Would you say they're up or down at this moment?
I say they're down. They ever since Linsanity stopped, when Carmelo Anthony came in, and they haven't been doing very well. I mean, they've won a couple games, but how many games have they lost? They've lost quite a bit of games.
You can look at this either way. You can look at them up or you can look at them down. I'm looking at them up because a win is a win. They didn't play very many very good teams, but a win is a win, and they did good under Mike Wooden so far. Well, let's move on to the NFL.
Well, Peyton Manning is officially a Denver Bronco, so that basically kicked Tebow out of the picture.
Basically, I mean, Manning, he's great. I just can't picture him with a horseshoe on his helmet. I don't see, it's like switching horses. I can't picture him with not being inside a Colt uniform, and I feel so bad that he left. But the Tebow train has moved into the Big Apple. Make room, Sanchez. Here we go. What do you think? How do you think that affects Mark Sanchez?
I think I think Sanchez is going to have to worry because I've been hearing he hasn't been practicing as hard as he could. I think that's that's one way they could make him be better. So
yeah, I think last year Sanchez struggled at times, and having Tebow definitely doesn't help. I mean, it brings a lot of media and distractions and other things. Well, let's move out to the Ty Gallagher report. Ty, tell us your take on Tebow.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ty Gallagher report. And Tim Tebow, you got to take this apology back. I am so sorry of what I said before Jets-Giants with all the Tebowing and all that stuff. I'm just sorry. I take all that back. Now that you're in New York, I appreciate you. I want you to wear that green and white color in the fall. I just do. But nothing is better than college basketball March Madness. The Syracuse Orangemen, I said Fab Melo, he's off. Syracuse might have some struggles, but now they're in the Great 16, more known as the Sweet 16. And Dan, I just apologize. I can't root for Syracuse. But I can root for one team called the Baylor Bears. I got to keep my eyes out for those. But nothing is better than hockey near the playoffs, coming to an end very shortly. You know, a couple weeks left. It's just great. But the NHL's, the standings are tight. Everything's tight. Nothing is more pitchy. It's pitchy because everything is so tight. Every team is 5 points apart from where they are in the standings. But on the other side, local hockey of Saugerties Mustangs ended it on a okay note for the Mustangs, but it's not so great. Hopefully, come back with the next season with another nice high note. But now, MLB, Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, I can just thank everyone for having the Rays exist. This is the year for the Rays to shine. I felt this year. The Devils are in the sixth spot in the Eastern Conference. The Rays are looking good. You know, this is my year where I think every team that I enjoy is going to win it all. Every year I pick that same team and they just fall to the ground by like the Yankees or the Red Sox or whatever. You know, I'm just tired of it. I got to root for one team no matter if they win or lose. And the Rays are my pick. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Ty Gallagher Report. I send it back to Kieran and Dan in the studio.
Thanks, Ty, for another great report. Well, let's move on to the MLB. What do you think? Miami Marlins, not only did they move from Florida to Miami, but what do you think about them being on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Well, it's definitely a curse. Whenever you're on the cover of something bad always happens to you. It's like Madden. There are always people getting injured. Whoever's on the cover of Madden always gets injured. So I think it's just going to be a curse. I think it's bad luck for them.
I'm a very superstitious person. If I'm wearing a pair of green socks while I'm watching a Celtic game, the Celtics win, I'm going to wear that same pair of green socks. It's very, very bad luck. Let's use Fred Jackson, for example. Fred Jackson broke his leg last season. He was on the cover of Madden. Does that say something? Yeah, it does. I don't think it's very good, especially with your new manager and your new shortstop on the cover. Think a little bit, Miami. Andy Pettitte is back in pinstripes. He's back in the saddle.
Yes,
what are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a big good thing for the Yankees. It's going to be amazing. Because he was such a good pitcher. And now that he's back with them, their pitching staff is going to improve because they've also got another pitcher they picked up for they traded Jesus Montero for him. And he had to be good if they wanted to trade Jesus Montero. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I think you look at Andy Pettitte the same way you look at Peyton Manning. If you're getting the same old product, then, yeah, good decision. But if you're getting some new, tired, older player, no, it wasn't a good decision. So, is it a good thing? Yes. Is it a bad thing? Maybe. I really can't tell you. Well, I guess that just about wraps up our show. I'm Dan Pizzani.
And I'm Kieran Nafino. But before we go, we have a few announcements. The Morse Music and Arts and Wiffle Ball Festival will be coming in this summer. For more details, go to www.justprintit.net.
And check out thewhistle.com. Shout out to you guys in the Whistle. Remember, no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Go Orange, and good luck, Sox.